Hey, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a video for swing trading stocks, but more importantly the video is to look at using tools to trade the trend. We're going to be using mainly the harmonic pattern indicator and Elliott wave to trade this trend, and I'm going to go through those setups, all part of the swing trading bundle. Because we're looking at different market conditions, starts of trends, pullbacks during the trends. There's different ways to measure those, and this is what really sets swing traders apart from those that don't use tools that are designed to trade that trend. And the trend could be a downtrend as well, not necessarily an uptrend, and I will look to make a video on that in the near future. So this is Berry on the daily time frame. I've found this basically because I'm going to trade this long, and I'm going to go through that long trade in a little while. But first of all, I want to go through looking on the left hand side of the chart here. The automated harmonic pattern software, this is the trading view version, so it's available for lots of other platforms. The back pattern completed in the automated completion zone, this D pivot here. So this D pivot really is the start of this main trend that we're on right now. Back in sort of January 21, we had this back pattern complete. Now this automated completion zone is a combination of fib extensions and fib retracements during this ABC correction, if you like, to really give you where that D pivot should be, that the hottest point, if you like. So when we've got all of these fib retracements and extensions put on the chart, it looks very messy. But where they sort of coincide, a lot of those, get those overlaps, if you like, where they're very close, that forms what we call a pattern completion zone. And that's what we're looking for. If a harmonic pattern completes out of that zone, it's less probability to actually work. But this is the hot spot. It did, and it's the start of the trend. And you can see here we've got the grey EMA cloud, which is the 55, and the purple, pink, whatever you want to call it, is 89. So these are the main EMA clouds, again part of that swing trading bundle that I use on the daily time frame here. So what I'm looking for when this happens is we've got two instances. We want to make sure we're above the 55 before we go long, but also if you look on these little dots on this top subchart here, this is the bias indicator. So this indicates whether it's bullish, which is green, on a higher time frame. In this case, if this is daily, it automatically checks the weekly time frame. Yellow is a neutral, and red obviously is bearish. So what we're looking for is some confirmations, if you like, that the back pattern is completed. Fine. We want to make sure we're above the 55 EMA cloud before we go long, and also we want to make sure that the bias is bullish. Okay, and this was the case in this place, and we had earnings that actually gave us that catalyst for this move away from this D pivot, really. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days after that D pivot, we started to move up, and then we had earnings. That was a catalyst for a big move up. We pulled back down, we tested the 55 and just kept going. One of the things that we look for when we're actually trading a trend is we're using these 55s and 89s. So this is your first chance saloon, if you like, to hold. It's a non-linear support and resistance zone. And the 89 is your last chance saloon. If it goes below there, you need to be getting out of your swing trade. So this was one trading opportunity, and to be honest, you're still in it right now, because right now we have pulled back on an Elliott wave 4, and this is where I'm looking at. I'm going to be honest, I didn't get in that trade early on in the year. I missed it. It's one of those things, but now we do have the alert system for harmonics on the we think we have it on Thinkorswim and on TradingView. So that trade's gone. If you're in it, fantastic. We're just testing this 55 EMA cloud right now. Okay, so this is the first test, if you like. If you need You need to be strong. You're in good profit. Really, your trading stop, if you're in that original trade, should be below the 89 right now, because swing trading is more long term. Now we're having this wave 4 pullback. It's setting up for a great swing trade as well, and this is the one I'm interested in right now. So let's just make this a little bigger just to talk about the pullback and everything else. So first of all, we've had an orderly profit taking pullback. Okay, we had another earnings that did send it up, but then we've had some profit taking, and it's been orderly. How do I know it's orderly? Because I've put a regression trend channel on here, and the Pearson's R, you can see it's 0.92020284, blah 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 blah. But the main thing for me is over 0.9, which is over 90%. So this has been an orderly profit taking pullback so far. How else can we measure that? At the moment, we're testing that 55, which is good. We've gone into the green zone on our Elliott wave pullback zones. So if that support is found and it starts to move away from there, this fifth wave target zone, there's an 85% chance it's going to hit there. So that's really good so far. But also, if we look down, we've got these stochastic. These little yellow dots are called false breakouts. So this is where it stays in and it keeps coming back into the overbought zone, denoting a really strong bullish trend. But when we pull back on the stochastic here, let's make that a little bigger so you can see it. When we pull back on the stochastic against these false breakout dots, if you like, and cross over in the oversold zone, it's like an elastic band. It wants to return to that main bullish trend, if you like. So that's a good sign. The next thing we look at is the Elliott wave oscillator. So during this wave 4 pullback, you see the oscillator here, it's pulled back between 90 and 140%. We need that to crown before it hits the 140 and start to move back up again. So far, this pullback, this profit taking pullback, this wave 4 has behaved within the parameters that we would see for a great potential fifth wave move. So setup for this is reasonably simple. You could go aggressive outside of this channel, but for me, I use the conservative method a lot of the times here, and we have a 6-4 moving average high. So you can see this is an advance by 4 candles. So it takes the average of the last 6 candles, okay, and basically moves of the highs and moves it across 4. So this really would be our entry position today, 67.60. The stop loss will be below the wave 4 pivot, okay. So you can say to yourself, if this starts to come up here, we would probably see this green. So at the moment the buyer's indicator is yellow, which is neutral. We get a bullish day or two, because I doubt, we're looking at the range of these candles for bullish days. They're not fantastic. It could trigger today, but more likely tomorrow or even Monday. I'm making this video on Thursday. So, you know, in reality, we'd get maybe 1 or 2 days bullish sentiment, and we would probably see this then go green, which would give us the last green light for that long trade. But I've already put my order on, purely because if we do get a massive bullish day, we want to be in at 67.60. With that stop just below the wave 4 at 65.13-ish, the risk to reward to that target zone is 1 to 2. So great risk reward. Risk $10,000 here for a potentially $20,000 profit on this swing trade here. So great risk reward, sensible entry strategy. We are looking for that stochastic to turn back up again. We're looking for the buyers to turn green, and we don't want this this pullback on the 535 oscillator to go below 140. So what this needs right now is a couple of bullish days, this support to hold and to start to move away. So we're not in the green just yet. But everything's setting up, and a lot of swing trading is about getting the setup right and identifying these, putting an entry strategy together that's sensible, especially when, you know, yesterday we made a slight new wave 4 low. On lower volume, because I'm using the new the volume behavior indicator as well. So we've had a couple of down days, which are red days with high volume there, but then yesterday We did reject those lows, but it was on lower volume. So a cyan is a down day, but at lower volume. So we'd like to see some consolidation before that moves up, some good support. But you know, we've got to say to ourselves, right, if it does go for it hell for leather, I want to get in at 67.60 when it crosses this 6-4 moving average high here. So it's a very, very simple strategy really. With the swing trading bundle, we are looking for multiple opportunities, you know, potential trend reversals, and they come mainly from either the X-Brad algo or the Harmonic. In this case, we did get backed up by the X-Brad algo here, the 6-star buy. And then we're looking for in-trend trades, so we're getting those profit-taking pullbacks. We had one here, which then hit the 5th wave target zone. You see how that 5th wave target zone acted as resistance for quite some time there, because these are fib zones, okay? But again, so you know, here we had opportunity to trade from the Harmonic for that trend reversal. We had a pullback after earnings, which was measured quite well, and we went up. And then this main one here that we're looking at right now looks pretty good as well. We've had a profit-taking pullback. All the measurements are okay. We just need to monitor this now and put our order in, our stop limit order to buy at 67.60. Hopefully that helps. Things need to be simple, and if you've got some great tools on your charts to identify those potential trading opportunities, and you look left and you use a similar entry strategy for each type of trade, then you know, as far as swing trading is concerned, you're going to be very successful. You just need to stay disciplined. I will be making more videos on trade management and things like that with Elliott wave moves and with harmonic pattern moves. Just give me time. I do make a video every day, but we've got lots of indicators, lots of different types of strategies for day trading, intraday, swing trading, that sort of thing. So excuse the beeps, that's alerts on my other charts. Hopefully this helps, and I'll speak to you all really soon.